The reason I got into coaching was when I was done playing baseball. I felt like it was the easiest and best way to be able to mentor and lead young men. Um, Baseball is the medium to build a relationship, and I felt like it was the best way to be able to just mentor these young guys to be able to put them out into the real world. And what drew me to Sewanee was the community involved here, the rich tradition. I mean, we've had a baseball program for 102 years. And so I wanted to be able to bring a championship here because it's never seen a championship. And so I felt like with the crew that we had and the guys that we're continuing to bring in, I feel like it's a special place, a place that has an opportunity to win with a community that will surround it in the best way possible. So this team is special. They've been through a lot of ups and downs over the last few years and not being able to play. And so this team has worked hard to build chemistry and camaraderie. That's one thing we preach on a lot. And I think they found their identity as competitors along the way too. And so I think what's different about this team than any others is just the hardships they've had to go through, the days of work, even when losing was happening more often than we wanted, to be able to get to where we are this year, where we're learning to win and do it in the right way, while still bringing in the tools and pieces with these young guys to be able to compete for a championship. And I really believe it's going in that direction. So the way I think our athletes are supported the most here really comes from the families. Our families do a really good job at showing out. The community does a good job at showing out and making it feel like a family, making it feel like a home environment. And even when we're on the road or through emails, there's been many people that have reached out talking about how much they're following along, which is awesome. It's a great thing to see. But I think it can go further. And with Tiger Tuesday, I think it allows us the opportunities to look at new spring break trips. I think it looks at opportunities to develop our facilities even further than what we have. We have good things here. But things like lights, our hitting facility, it allows us to go further than what we currently have available to us. And so I think it's important to be able to stretch ourselves a little bit and see what we can do and how much we can raise, because at the end of the day, we don't know what we can and can't do, but we just look at it as a way to invest in these young men because they want to be able to play at the highest level that they can. And so being able to put things in front of them and resources in front of them goes a long way. So our goal for this year is to be one of the top 4 seeds in our conference, which means we would host on opening weekends for playoffs. And the way we get there, and this is a goal that the guys made, is by winning 1 game a weekend when it comes to conference weekends. And we've been able to win more games than lose, but on conference weekends we need to start winning 1 and 2, and so that goes to the competitive piece of these guys, winning more games every conference weekend, but doing it while having fun. And over the next 2 to 3 years, this is something we've been preaching to the guys coming in and the guys we have now, is that we have the ability to compete for a conference championship. And so the way we do that is by continuing to bring in recruits that have a work ethic, have character, have a lot of these things that we continue to preach, but also while maintaining a very competitive balance here on the baseball field, but also in the classroom and with their social lives. And we really believe that we can be competing for a conference championship in 2 to 3 years, but your support goes a long way in helping these guys get there. So we thank you, and we appreciate everything you're doing for us and YSR.